ladies and gentlemen. If the rain has passed through, maybe you're dry, maybe you got done watching TCU, but we're back. The Horned Frogs represent the Big 12 today. Red Raiders weren't able to last night, but we digress. Here on Antler Sports, it's basketball time. And, man, we had a tasty matchup a little while ago with the defending state champions in Class 2A girls, but how about let's do it double dip time, Matt. I'm joined on my right by Matt Bright, and we've got Lipan Martins Mill Part 2.
It's like a district matchup. The girls play first and now the boys are playing.
It's kind of like that. The fans have hung around. Martins Mill got the better of the first matchup today in the girls' third place game, winning 54-34 over a tough Lipan team, and a good showing for Coach Bruce and the girls. Well, now, more familiar faces. The defending Class 2A state champion Lipan Indians and Brent Gaylor will take on the current number 1 ranked Class 2A Martinsville Mustangs and Coach Greg Jenkins.
Yeah, the 2-time defending state champions in Lipan. Both 2 times in a row they won it. Ranked number 2, Martinsville number 1. Here we go again.
Well, and for the second year in a row here at Holiday Hoops, the two teams meet in a trophy game here. Last year it was Lipan getting away with a last-second three-point buzzer-beating win, 37-35 in the 5th place game. This year, the two teams get here by virtue of semifinal losses last night. The Lipan Indians put up a tough showing against a really dynamic Coots ball club in a rematch of a game that they played earlier in Lipan. I think it was a 12-point game last night, which is actually closer than the score indicates. And then, of course,
Coots is good.
Yeah, Coots is really tough, and they play that frenetic style. But for Martins Mill, a little wound licking, a little salty this morning. A tough end to a really good contest last night against Tatum, 61-59.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Bruce earlier, I talked to Coach Jennings, and he's still a little salty about last night.
Well, I'm not just a play-by-play guy by day. I'm also a superintendent of Martins Mill ISD, and I can tell you we're a little salty about it today. There's no question, but it was a tough call for those who didn't keep up. Jack Kinder for the Martinsville Mustangs, the sharpshooting senior, went on a tear last night when the Mustangs were down in double figures. They battled back defensively. Kinder put on a show in the 4th quarter, tied the game under a minute. And when Tatum's Jacoby Bradley, who, by the way, scored 28 points last night, made his move for the last-second shot, some would say a late whistle, some would say a I-don't-know whistle was blown, which put Tatum on the free throw line in a tie ball game to end it with virtually 1 second left. There were some fireworks. Coach Jenkins, emotional, obviously.
I had an interview with Coach Jenkins before the game. But when do we know Coach Jenkins not to be emotional?
Oh, that's it. I've worked with him now for a dozen years, and that's what we kind of predicated on, is investing in our kids and our programs. And his emotions at the moment, I think he was trying to make a point. He picked up a technical foul, which gave Tatum possession. They were able to run out for 1 second. And so Tatum, who knows? Tatum might win the game in overtime, but the Mustangs are here. And here's your prize when you play in the Holiday Hoops tournament. You get these matchups and you get these dog fights. And win or lose, you wake up the next day, and guess what? You got another dogfight.
Exactly. Speaking of Coach Jenkins, I got an interview with him right before the game. Let's see what Coach Jenkins had to say. Matt Bright here with ASN, here with the head coach of the Martinsville, number 1 team in the state, Martinsville Mustangs, Coach Jenkins. Coach, tough loss yesterday. First loss of the season. How do you expect the boys to react today?
Just a bad start, terrible start. We had an injury about 5 games ago, and all 5 of those games we've got off to slow starts. We played well without the injury, but just something's in our head about the start. So we were able to overcome them, but you just can't play a team like Tatum, get behind by 13 as good as they are. All 5 of them can score the ball. They defend at a high level. So, it's just next day, man. That's the great things about tournaments. You get right back on and play again. So we'll see. They got to sleep in a little bit this morning, and it's Lipan. It's Lipan and Martinsville. I think our kids will be ready to play today.
Well, we had me and Mr. Tyner had Lipan and Martinsville girls earlier, so we were talking about that. It's pretty neat. It's almost like a district. You go play district, girls play first, then the boys. So
we got a lot of respect for their program, man. They do things the right way. They're kind of like us a little bit. We're a basketball school, so we got a lot of respect for each other.
I know that y'all live by the 3 and die by the 3. Is the game plan going to change a little bit today, or are you going to keep it the same?
That's kind of fun. It would appear that way, if you'd watch us play, but we really don't live and die by it too much. We've got some kids that can really shoot it. Our game plan is not to go in and shoot a lot of threes. As a matter of fact, on the year, we're shooting more 2s than we are 3s on the year. Last night, the way Tatum was defending us and some tougher matchup for the other kids, we had to go away from our motion offense, just started calling sets in the second half, and it worked. I think we'd have got off to a better start if I'd have done a better job coaching. I'll put us in a rough spot there to start the game. So,
well, and me being a coach as well, it's coaches seem to put a lot of pressure on themselves, and the boys feed off that.
Oh, for sure.
I know you have a district should be able to walk through, hopefully fairly easy. This kind of tournament that we're playing in here this weekend, does it prepare you for the state tournament?
Oh, yeah, that's the only reason we're here. We're not, the good food, too, that helps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good food, so it's the only reason we're over here, man. The atmosphere is great, and it prepares the kids, and, you don't get to play in front of 1,000 people very often when you're in the 2A level, and you come over here to Tenaha, and a couple of games, if you're lucky, you're going to get 1,000, maybe 1,200 people in here watching you.
Absolutely. Well, Coach Jenkins, good luck today, the third-place game. Very well coached team.
Thank you.
Both sides, but I've been watching Martinsville for a long time, so I know we'll see you again in the Alamo Dome. Good luck today, Coach.
Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, you heard Coach Jenkins say it during the interview, Matt, that the reason you come to this event, and as one of the people who founded this event years ago, the whole intent was to design an exercise to get you ready for the state tournament, and that's why you come play here.
Well, if you're not ready for the state tournament when you leave the tournament, something's wrong. Yeah. Because, like you said, we have the number 1, number 2. The next 3 games we have, it's the top 10 teams. 2 of them is number 1, number 2. So, you've got to be ready for state when you leave here.
So when the bracket came out, you had number 1 and 2 in Class 3A, Kuntz and Tatum. You had number 1 and number 2 in Class 2A, Martins Mill and Lipan. And here they are squared up, ready to meet in the last 2 trophy games of the Holiday Hoops Classic.
Right, and everybody thought, honestly, it could have came down between any of those 4. It could have been flipped.
Right, it could have been. It was 2 great games last night. Crowd here at the SEC starting to fill in. There's been years that we estimated anywhere from 1,200 to 1,300 people in the arena, standing room only at times. Filling in, starting to fill up in the seats. It seats 949 chairback seats with accommodations for, it looks like, maybe 75 on the floor, so we'll call it 1,000.
Well, that's what Coach Jenkins said earlier. You can't go anywhere, any other tournament in the state of Texas besides the state tournament,
right,
and have 1,000 people watch.
And get this atmosphere. So we're ready for starting lineup time here in the third-place game, and we'll start with today's visitors, the Martins Mill Mustangs, and Coach Greg Jenkins. They got the law firm. His assistant coach is Logan Jenkins, Hayden Jenkins, his son, and Will Snyder. Jenkins, and Schneider, the law firm, is the coaching staff. And they'll start a junior forward, number 2, Cooper Wright. He's 6'2". They'll also start junior guard, number 10, Sawyer Moore, a three-point shooter who's had a really nice 3 games so far here in Tenaha. And then there's the guy, 18.9 points per game, put on a show last night, had them on their feet, number 11, Jack Kinder, the lone senior in the Martins Mill program. Jack Kinder is the 2 guard. At the point, number 23, Travis Baber, a junior point guard, athletic, good rebounding guard, great ball handler. And then the big guy, we call him the Slim Reaper, 6'7" junior forward, Ryder Marsh inside.
Per game, 71% field goal percentage for the big man.
He is a big-time piece and cog in the wheel of the number 1 ranked Martins Mill Mustangs. For Coach Brent Gaylor, the 2-time defending state champion, 4-time state champion head coach, and I know he's won Holiday Hoops a couple of times at least. I'm not sure how many in his years coming here. But Coach Brent Gaylor brings the Lipan Indians in here when they'll start a sophomore forward, number 0, Evan Lott. They'll start the freshman guard, number 2, Braden Harrison. Peyton Cornelius, a junior guard, number 3, is on the wing. But this whole thing, the catalyst of this whole thing for Lipan is number 34, Court Gaylor, the sophomore guard. Yes, the last name sounds familiar. We just heard Hannah Gaylor drop 22 earlier, and then Brent Gaylor, the head coach here. And then finally, the big junior, 6'6", Darius Steed inside.
And what's scary, Scott, is that they don't start a senior. Yeah. They have 1 senior just like Martinsville, 1 senior, so both of these teams are going to be in this position several years to come.
I don't think I'm being a homer when I say you're going to see these 2 for a couple years to come.
Absolutely.
And no doubt. So it's a great matchup. The Mustangs being introduced to a crowd of probably about 700 right now, if I was guessing, which is a pretty good crowd with the weather that we're having.
And it looks like everybody from Martins Mill is here.
We got the whole town here. A good crowd from Martins Mill made the trip over. Mrs. Tyner made the trip over to her old school today. She taught here for 17 years as well. She loves the venue and the arena.
But I don't know very many basketball games that all of Martinsville don't go to.
Oh, man, there's not many. But the Mustangs are wearing the maroon with the white trim. Martinsville Mustang double-stack letters on the uniforms and the double M logo on the pant. The Indians with the tribal pattern short on the white uniforms with blue letters. See-through white letters say Lipan on the short and Indians on the top. If you could switch out the uniforms, they'd almost look just alike, Matt. We've got another great matchup. It's number 1 versus number 2, Martinsville and Lipan.
Well, get ready. This could possibly be the state championship game early.
I think I'm not a betting man, but if I was, well, I actually am a betting man, but I'm not going to bet on it. But I'm just telling you, this might be the state championship as Jack Kinder controls the jump. Into action, straight to the front of the rim goes Travis Baber. Gets all the way to the front and misses. But a little volleyball tip from Ryder Marsh from distance actually gets the tip in.
Well, he just jumped up his rebound percentage and made a shot as well.
Yeah, got both in one action there. Court Gaylor's hard to keep in front. Gets penetration, sets it up for a corner three. And here we go. We're off and running. Cornelius knocks it down.
This could be it'll be a little bit different than what the girls were. This is going to be a little more fast-paced.
A little more tempo, a little more pace, a little more offense perhaps. Both teams shoot it well. Sawyer Moore to the front of the rim, gets all the way to the front, can't get it to go, and there's Ryder Marsh again.
2 shots, 2 rebounds.
2 shots, 2 rebounds. Ryder Marsh and Darius Steed have played year after year. They played in Little Dribblers, they played in junior high ball. They've seen each other. Cooper Wright on the drive, short rims it. And one of the things that Coach Jenkins has been frustrated with is slow starts from the floor. The Mustangs off to another slow start here.
Well, he said that in the interview. You're starting off slow. You got to start off fast, especially against a team against Lipan. You got to get going early.
Here's Kinder on the pull-up. Step back, fade away, front rim again. Another short shot in transition. It's 3-2 Lipan, 6:25 to go. First quarter, we're just underway. Number 1 versus number 2, Lipan and Martins Mill. Sawyer Moore has earned the draw of guarding Court Gaylor, and that's a task.
Great defense there.
Great defense, Cooper Wright. And put down a deflection for Scott Tyner. I got the deflection for it, hit the table there.
Good save, shot. Good
Did
save.
the camera catch that? We make sure we get that replay. I'm in the book as well. There you go. Travis Baber. So far, the early book right now is the Mustangs are getting that double gap drive from the slot to the rim and just can't get it to finish. Sawyer Moore step through, can't get it to go. Ryder Marsh is blocked out that time. Shot selection a little bit, maybe apprehensive was the best word. And here comes Lipan setting it up.
They're getting to the rim. They're just not getting the ball to fall.
Yeah, just not getting it there. Both teams play a very similar style of defense. A lot of help side, a lot of ball pressure. Motion offense for Lipan. Post-to-post screen for Steed. Not there, but there's the up screen for Harrison. He pulls it down, shoots a pull-up, and knocks it down.
Well, one thing about it, they have stopped Gaylor so far, but everybody else has picked up.
Well, Coach Jenkins' favorite phrase is this game is about shot making, and right now, Mustangs not getting them to go, and the Indians are making some shots. Reset for Kinder at the top of the key. He's going to get a high screen from Cooper Wright. Loses control. Harrison gets the turnover. And Gaylor's out and running, and Gaylor gets the layup on the break.
That's the thing about it is that Coach Jenkins stressed that earlier off air. He told me, he said, we can't have turnovers. You cannot have turnovers against Lipan.
This is the third game in a row for the Mustangs to get off to a little bit of a slow start. Kinder from the corner for 3, no good, rims out, and there's a rebound by Lott. Another slow start from the floor. It happened against Brooklyn yesterday. It happened against Tatum last night.
And Scott, you know that the more competition you play, the stiffer competition, you can't do that. You have to get out the blocks in a hurry.
Well, if anybody can play from ahead, it's Brent Gaylor and the Lipan Indians. They know how to manage a lead.
Great block.
Yeah, Lott trying to get to the rim, had an angle, but Ryder Marsh comes off and helped him. Luckily, the ADA compliant guardrail protected the front row fans from that block shot.
Yeah, that was strictly all ball. Looking at the replay, all ball, not even close to being a foul. Great job by the referees letting it play out. Got a block out on the backside.
One of those situations that when Gaylor went on the attack, Ryder Marsh came over to help, which means he loses block out position and Steed's there to clean it up. Cooper Wright all the way to the front of the rim, gets the finish, nice set, nice play. And a great call by Coach Jenkins to calm it down on the offensive end.
Well, they continue to do that, and they get to the rim, it's going to open up the three-point shot later on.
You're right. There's 3 trips to the front of the rim, and the Mustangs have only got one of those layups to fall. Very efficient offensive basketball team in Lipan. They take advantage of every misstep, like that one. Port Gaylor misses that one, though, and Ryder Marsh clears. Here comes Wright pushing in transition, trailed by Sawyer Moore. Collision in midcourt, as you see there, and that's Harrison going to pick up the foul, trying to get the steal as Jack Kinder does a good job meeting the pass. 2:55 to go first quarter. It's 9-4 Lipan. And we're headed to another grinded out Lipan Martins Mill game. Little screen roll action post to post. Cooper Wright gets pinned on the baseline and has to kick it out to Baber. Half the crowd wanted a foul, half wanted to travel. And on the drive, Baber draws a hand check foul on number 3.
You know, that's almost like a lost art, driving the ball to the goal, and Martins Mill seems to do that a lot.
Yeah, it's a dribble drive-based offense. It's going for attacks and then kickouts. And that was Peyton Cornelius on the foul, by the way. Sawyer Moore going 2-man game with Jack Kinder, top of the key, right-hand side. And Kinder back dribbles out for a reset. We're not seeing the typical Martins Mill ball screen action. It's more of a dribble drive attack right now without the ball screen.
You know, and I asked Coach Jenkins if the game plan was going to change. It may have.
Yeah, well, I think a little bit of the apprehension of how Lipan guards the ball screen as Travis Baber gets all the way to the front of the rim and can't finish another layup. But yeah, Lipan is going to blitz those ball screens. They're going to be very well schooled on it. And so he's just choosing to kind of avoid that action early on.
And that comes from playing each other several times.
Oh, yeah. And they each have each other's video, and they each talk to everybody else's coaches.
And these two coaches are definitely students of the game. They're going to watch as much film as possible.
You could switch benches right now, and they both know what was going on. Patience by the Indians right here. As Gaylor always active. Finds Steed backside with a nice pass. Steed can't finish. And Baber trying to corral the rebound. Gets it knocked away and out of bounds.
You got Billy Smith coming in, another a freshman.
Yeah, Billy Smith, his older brother, was a stud for their state championship 2 years ago. Away from the ball, they're going to get Sawyer Moore with a hold on Court Gaylor. Gaylor is so active and so quick. He never stops moving.
You got to have your hand on him at all times. And Coach Jenkins is, we're at 125 left to go in the first quarter, and he's already letting the referees hear about it.
Yeah, he like his boss, did not wake up feeling great about officiating this morning.
I'm so happy that today we got an extra treat for our fans. We got the floor mic.
Coach Jenkins right next to the
so we
floor
can hear,
mic.
yeah, we can hear Coach Jenkins.
If you heard someone throwing up what sounded like a potential prayer, that was just Coach Jenkins exasperated at the little bit of the hand checking and the physicality that's going on both ends. And I can tell you, it wasn't really a prayer. Dribble handoff to Kinder on the inbound, reset to
Well,
Baber.
he may go to Saturday church instead of Sunday church.
He could. Baber right to the
Great
front.
job right
Good
there.
job,
Getting to
Baber.
the
One thing about Baber is there's probably not anybody in Lipan quick enough to keep him in front. Travis has some hot streaks with his finish. He's a left-handed kid that's really good with his right. He's so good with both hands that he may not know which hand he is.
He may be almost like ambidextrous. He can go to the side.
He's really good at it. Great athlete. We talked about him last night on
Long
the broadcast.
three.
Long three, no good. Cooper Wright clears.
That's
Here comes more.
3 or 4 rebounds already for Cooper.
Good feed from Sawyer Moore to Ryder Marsh, but Darius Steed hustling back defensively. Backdoor cut, Baber. Give it up to Marsh. Marsh with the scoop on the finish.
Now Martin's Mill is starting to play their offense. They're starting to, like you said, the dribble drive, kick it out, and then drew it again.
Good action without the ball by Sawyer Moore. It's now 9-8. We've got another grinded out first quarter between these two.
Last second shot right here, down about 10 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Flare screen action for Harrison. 3-point shot from the wing. No good. Kinder clears it. He's got time to maybe get one up. Baber with a runner. Just short. And that'll end the first quarter. 9-8. Lipan. The Mustangs close on a 6-0 run. Buckle up. It's going to be physical. It's going to be grinding. It's Lipan Martinsville on Antler Sports.
Not break a sweat when I take the stairs.
I will not break a sweat when I take the stairs.
I will dunk on the hoop over my garage.
I will dunk on the hoop over my garage.
I will insist it's regulation height even though it's definitely not.
I will insist it's regulation height even though it's definitely not.
I will be able to open the jar of pickles.
I don't like pickles.
What about kosher dill?
No.
Half sour?
Ooh.
Full sour?
No.
You like cucumbers?
Oh, yeah.
That's a pre-pickle. Let's go. Oh, excellent. One more.
One quarter in the books. If you want to see team defense and you want to see earn a bucket basketball, this is it. And this is where trophy basketball is played. Right
Absolutely.
Here.
I mean, 9-8 in the first quarter. But you think about it, Lipan was up 9-2.
Yeah, it was 9-2. Another slow start.
It didn't take long for Coach Jenkins to.
9-2, a slow start. Coach Jenkins said that little prayer, and all of a sudden it's 9-8.
There you go. It don't take just a second.
This takes just a second. So here we go. Lipan will have possession to start the second quarter. And I can just tell you, having seen the matchups between these two programs over the years, it's gonna stay tight. And buckets are just hard to come by.
Well, you said it during the break. 41, there's a freshman with a way deep 3-ball for the freshman.
Both programs run that set for Lipan, boys and girls. We saw Hannah Gaylor earlier get loose on it, and there's Billy Smith off the action getting loose for the three.
I wonder if little sister said something to Big Brother and say, hey, I scored 23. How many you going to get?
Oh, I'm sure there's some discussions at the dinner table over that. Travis Baber gets to the paint, pulls it out to Jack Milligan, who checked in. 41 Dallas just dribble drive, dribble handoff, trying to get a gap to attack. Kinder drives, kicks to Sawyer Moore. Inside to Marsh, who spins, looks, steps under, goes to his right hand, misses off the glass too hard.
Well, you hear Coach, if you hear, oh, it's a little too many steps. But you hear Coach Jenkins, he's telling them dribble drive. Coach Jenkins is halfway out on the court.
He's a little upset there.
Letting his players know about it.
What he's wanting is some pass and cut action to create gaps to drive into the front of the rim like we saw early in the game. And right there, he's just a little frustrated that Sawyer didn't take that gap and that opportunity. Kinder now with it, looking to get to the rim. Jack Milligan. We said it yesterday. The kid does not have a pulse. He walks into the game off the bench and starts burying threes. It's 12-11.
Well, he did that yesterday. Like you said, the first game, he came off the bench and said, hey, I'm just going to shoot it and see what happens.
Well, one of the things we haven't talked about is the injury to Archer Snyder, the leading scorer for the Mustangs at 22 points a game. Still out with that ankle, but Jack Milligan has come in and provided a lift in the scoring areas for the Mustangs.
Replay on that one. That was an and one right there. Big Sneed.
Yeah, my view got a little bit blocked out, but it was just, I think what I saw at the end was another situation where the help defense, Marsh came over to help, Well, when he comes off of Steed, now there's nobody left to block out the big man, Steed, and he just goes and hustles away a three-point opportunity. (15-11), both clubs trading buckets right now and trading defensive stops. If this was a football game, it would be the old saying that punting is okay.
Yes. Field position.
Yeah. Cooper Wright.
Steve's just daring him to shoot the three.
Yeah. Cooper Wright trying to post up Gaylor. Steed gets out and gets the block. Gaylor hustles the loose ball and gets the turnover. Back comes Lipan. Boy, the Mustangs got everything they wanted, but it was Darius Steed making a great defensive play. Hard to say that anybody's in control of it right now, Matt, but Lipan seems to be winning the 50-50s and the breaks.
Well, the pressing the Mustangs so hard on defense, and it's hard to get that dribble drive.
That one almost went for Milligan. Cooper Wright crashing the glass, tips it out of bounds. Yeah, it's definitely a situation right now where the 50-50 plays, the rebounds are bouncing Lipan's way, and that's really the difference in the game.
Right. 5 minutes to go here in the second. 15-11 Lipan. Battle of the top two teams in the state.
And for Coach Jenkins, like he said, I want to play them without all of our guys. I want to see what we can do without 22 points per game as Cooper Wright forces and turns it over.
The thing I like about Coach Jenkins is that he will get on them boys and he will chew them out, but then he comes right back with a loving voice.
That's it. That's the business. That's the profession that we choose, and that's why we do this. Here's Harrison gets the screen and roll. Jack Kinder with the switch. Now Cooper Wright's on Harrison. Tough move. He walked.
Oh, he pushed.
Yeah. It's going both ways like that right now, man. You put your head down and try to go into traffic. You're going into traffic.
Both teams have got some pretty good, big boys out there, and it's hard to get through that traffic.
Well, both teams predicate their defense on stopping the lane.
It's kind of like driving through Houston traffic at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's Houston traffic, and so far, like if you're Martins Mill, you're a little disappointed because you've had some looks at the rim that you haven't been able to finish.
Well, that's the thing. If they've missed 3 or 4 shots, it should be tied or more.
There's Jack Kinder off the flare. He gets a rim out. Should have gone, did not go. And boy, we've seen this before. Jack starting the game cold and get hot. So Jack Kinder 0 for from the floor so far. We're almost to halftime. There's 3:50 to go, and it's 15-11.
Yeah, and he's averaging 18.9 a game. But he's going to keep shooting.
He's going to keep firing. He did that last night. Lott shoots one that bounces over the backboard. Kinder was cold last night, and the performance he put on in the second half of that Tatum game, especially in the fourth quarter, was one for the ages. I think he had 6 threes in the second half last night. I'm not sure of the number. A little ball fake. Travis Baber front of the rim. Baber with a nice finish. 15-13 now. Again, slug it out. Heavyweight fight in Class 2A. Nobody in Texas better than these two right now so far in the season. And they're playing right here in Tenaha, Texas, right on the Louisiana line.
And the best thing about it, they've got one senior on both sides.
Yeah, one senior, young teams. Well, Martinsville's not young, but they got everybody back next year except for Kinder. Harrison to the rim, but there was Ryder Marsh to change a shot. And once again, a loose ball. Good hustle. Travis Baber comes out of there somehow from Cooper Wright. And back comes Martinsville. Jack Kinder pull up 3 in transition. No good. And Ryder Marsh going to get caught going over the top. Boy, if you're Martins Mill right now, you just can't catch momentum. You've got all these opportunities and can't catch it.
Well, you almost want to ask the maintenance crew to go take the bucket off the rim because it's covered up.
It's covered up a little bit. Widen it out. Do something with it. But we knew it. We talked about it. And I knew it, especially seeing these two programs, that it was going to be a fist fight. So much respect. Court Gaylor, kids on the Martins Mill team, they're friends. They've known each other. The coaches, I'm good friends with the Lipan coaches. I mean, it's been a long time. of getting to know each other, and there was a foul away from the ball on Travis Baber. And it's going to be a baseline inbound. I think Coach Jenkins is employing that it should have been a double foul.
Well, they were both going back and forth, trying to get the positioning and jockeying for position, and Martinsville got caught.
Yeah, you know, the old saying, familiarity breeds contempt. The kids are competing right now. 2:35 to go. Harrison off screen action, picked up. Defense from both teams outstanding. Martinsville positionally has been great. Lipan's made some plays on the glass. Good ball pressure from Kinder. Steed down the corner, looks to post up. Marsh can't get in there. And Lipan resets.
You know, Gaylor's been really quiet. They've kind of kept the ball out of his hands.
Well, Gaylor and Kinder both been shut down by the opposing team.
And that's part of the game plan from both coaches. Look, you've got Kinder, you got Gaylor. There's a three by Cornelius, so you can't leave him open because he will make the shot as well.
Well, it's just a byproduct of the system there. The Martinsville defense, by rule, collapses to help when the ball enters the lane, and that skip to the offside corner is there.
Absolutely.
Ryder Marsh, top of the key, going to handle it for a moment. No, I thought better of it. And Sawyer Moore resets. High screen for Moore. Moore gets to his left end.
I've always hated that call. I've always hated it, and he's just trying to stop. His back foot slides.
Well, they called an offensive foul there. They actually called an offensive foul.
Oh, he called a travel.
Now the referees have two different calls. One had an offensive foul, one had a travel.
He called it. He called the foul, he called the travel.
Correction, ladies and gentlemen.
Offensive foul on Sawyer Moore.
Against the Mustangs, Indians ball.
How many is that on Sawyer?
That's
just
one. Oh, that's two, actually. I missed one somewhere in there. So 2 on Sawyer Moore, 4 on Martins Mill in the quarter, none on Lipan. 18-13, the Indians lead. Mustangs really having a bad offensive quarter. Backside lob, and that one's going to make Coach Jenkins mad because that play is a play that Martins Mill runs.
And the thing is, Sawyer really couldn't do much because he only has 2. He couldn't, he could just kind of stand there.
That is a play that I watched my son score a bunch of buckets on for the Mustangs. Now Court Gaylor to full face guard on Jack Kinder as Travis Baber gets hit on his way to the lane. They'll get Cornelius with that one.
You know, Martinsville, they're at 4 fouls in this quarter. There's only 49 seconds left, but one more foul that puts Lipan on the line.
It's really right now about Lipan's defense and the Mustangs' inability to get looks. 20-13 is the score. Lipan has stretched the lead after a 15-13 game, so a little mini 5-0 run over probably about a 4-minute span for the blue and white. Into the corner it goes to Moore. Tries to go inside to Baber. It's turned over.
It's another unforced error by the Mustangs.
Yep.
Like Coach Jenkins said, errors and turnovers and the slow starts.
Yeah, you're really seeing the absence of Archer Snyder's buckets at this point.
Well, not only that, he's also his leadership. His leadership on the court.
Well, as the kids say, he's a bucket. That's what the kids say. I'm getting the wry eye from our producer team down here.
As long as he keeps it sounding good, we're all right. I'm happy with it.
Hey, it's a good one, though. 15 seconds to go. The Mustangs going to pull it for one. Kinder's got it. Isolated top by the timeline. Sawyer Moore catches in the corner. Cooper Wright tries to drive. He gets reached in on, knocked away. It'll turn over to Lipan. As it's right now, it's all about the Lipan defense.
It is. I mean, the defense is just shutting down.
That's the end of the first half.
It's
Wow.
halftime.
20-13. He would have imagined that with the top 2 teams in the state.
Yeah, well, I've seen this story before, and that's the exact kind of game that these two teams play. And Lipan held Martinsville to 5 points in that quarter. So it's halftime, 20-13. We'll step away. You're listening and watching Tenaha Holiday Hoops on Antler Sports.
Not break a sweat when I take the stairs.
I will not break a sweat when I take the stairs.
I will dunk on the hoop over my garage.
I will dunk on the hoop over my garage.
I will insist it's regulation height even though it's definitely not.
I will insist it's regulation height even though it's definitely not.
I will be able to open the jar of pickles.
I don't like pickles.
What about kosher dill?
No.
Half sour?
Ooh.
Full sour?
No.
You like cucumbers?
Oh, yeah.
That's a pre-pickle. Let's go. Oh, excellent. One more.
Hi, I'm Brenda Kays, and I serve as president of Kilgore College. Over 4 years ago, our institution embarked on a remarkable journey, joining forces with the City of Kilgore, Christus Good Shepherd, and the Roy H. Laird Hospital Foundation. Together, we set out to create the Laird Health Science Center, a cutting-edge facility designed to seamlessly blend education with practical medical services, including an operational ER. Today, I'm thrilled to share a momentous announcement on behalf of Kilgore College's Board of Trustees, the Foundation Board of Directors, our dedicated faculty and staff, and, most importantly, our students. I am honored and humbled to reveal that Kilgore College has received a generous gift in support of our new facility and programming. This incredible donation comes from Kay and Billy Torrance of Kilgore. Furthermore, I'm excited to announce that the college's facilities set to open for classes this upcoming fall will be named the Torrance Health Science Education Center. We can't begin to thank the Torrances enough for their incredible generosity. Their gift will change the lives of so many students starting this fall and for many years to come.
Well, I was born and raised in Kilgore, Texas, and I was born at Roy H. Laird Hospital in 1961. So Kilgore has been my home my whole life, and I am happy to call it my hometown. I have one son. I've been married to Billy for 45 years, and we've been very blessed, and Billy's worked very hard to give us a great life.
So I don't know what I can add to that. It's 45 years in a row, by the way, and I'm proud to be from Kilgore, Texas. But yes, we've been a part of this community for a long time. So with Steve going to Kilgore College, we were certainly proud that he attended Kilgore College, and he finally got out of there, and I was glad that he stepped up and was able to support that program. So it's been. It's been humbling to be here and be able to, support our community through the college and everything we can do. We're glad to.
Well, Steve was diagnosed with cancer when he was 17 years old, and we felt the need that we had to go out of our community into a bigger city to get the proper care. And I am hoping that if we can initiate this, we will have better schooling, better hospitals. Our families can stay close to their hometown and be treated with basically any type of disease or illnesses that you may encounter in your family's history or life.
Well, we started Capco in 1995 with myself and maybe a dozen of the best pipeliners in the area. This is our 29th year. We have as many as 600 plus employees, and they generally are all local people. So it has a large footprint, here. And I think through Capco, we've sponsored every kind of sporting event and bought every kind of animal at the FFA. And, it's just, we're a East Texas business, and we support our community. So we've done that also as a family for I don't know, 20 years plus. And we've had a lot of success there. Steve is a 4-time Top Fuel world champion and 1-time A Fuel world champion. I've even won a championship down through there one time. And it's just been family-oriented sport, just like we like. And I guess we've met a lot of people all over the country, and it's a lot of slash family, and friends out there. But we've really enjoyed it. Kay runs that race team, and that's her gig. So I just be quiet and be happy.
How many families get to spend 24 weekends a year with your son, with your granddaughter, with your new granddaughter fixing to be here in June? And I don't know what we would do if we didn't drag race. We've had multiple friends move here. They came and visit, stay 2 or 3 days, and they'll come back, start looking for property. So we've got several friends. We have some that live next door to us right now. So if you want a small hometown community to where, it's large enough to have your sports and do whatever you want, but Kilgore is a great place to live, a great place to raise your family.
I totally agree. It's all downhill from Kilgore for me.
Yeah.
The new Health Science Center is home to Kilgore College's Associate Degree Nursing, Vocational Nursing, Physical Therapy Assistant, and Radiologic Technology programs. The educational facility encompasses 37,324 square feet and features state-of-the-art simulation and computer labs with an operating hospital complex.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at the Tennehaw Special Events Center. A mascot dance contest is broken out in front of us, and it's only got one contestant, the Lipan Indian. Go ahead and give them the trophy and move on. Go to the next thing.
Move on to the next thing.
That's all right, but nevertheless, fans are having a good time. The SEC starting to fill up for championship night. First half, to the fans' eye, it might have been a little bit hard to watch, but to the coach's eye, it was technical perfection by Lipan on the defensive end.
Absolutely. The defense on Lipan shut down Martinsville, which is a high-scoring team. I know Coach Jenkins is going to make the adjustments.
Well, Jack Kinder and Sawyer Moore have been averaging probably 35 points between the two of them per game in this tournament. They combined for 0.0 in the first half.
Yeah, that's something you're not going to see very often. But that comes back, Scott, what you're talking about. The defense for Lipan is just smothering right now.
And it was a 10-5 quarter for Lipan. And the bottom line was they got 2 open looks off of help defense on the backside, and they buried both of them.
Right.
Right now, Martinsville doesn't have anybody that's willing to take or make that backside shot.
Well, and that's the thing is that whenever Martinsville is driving to the basket like they're doing, the dribble drive, they kick it out. Lipan is so fast to get back to the outside shot, they can't hit the three that they're used to doing.
Yeah, on the positive side, if you're Coach Jack Jenkins, you've held Court Baylor to 2 points. And Darius Steed only has 5, so you've held their key guys down, but you can't find offense right now on your side, so you're in a little bit of a pickle there.
Right.
As we get ready to go to the third quarter, it's 20-13, and a good quarter for Lipan there in the first half.
Well, the good thing about it is that Martinsville gets the ball to start the second half.
No doubt. It'll be Martinsville ball. We're going to take one more break. We'll be back in 1 minute with third quarter action here on Antler Sports.
If you're an Anytime Fitness member, you now get free access to Apple Fitness Plus. That means you get more. More sets, more reps, more warm-ups, more cool-downs, more Sam,
more movement,
more Jessica,
more balancing,
more Bakari.
more rolling, more rolling, more rolling.
They're not going to stop. With the thousands of workouts on Apple Fitness Plus, they're going to keep going for as much time as we.
Join Anytime Fitness and get access to Apple Fitness Plus on us.
Back at the Tenhall Special Event Center, third quarter action about to go underway. And I can tell you this, Matt, when I get in the car to go home, it's about an hour and 45 minutes. I will not turn the radio on the whole way.
No,
I will want silence after the noise.
I didn't know if we was playing basketball or we was at a club somewhere.
And I feel like the old guy saying stay off my lawn, but that was a little loud.
Exactly.
But nevertheless, we're here, and we got another tight one. The Mustangs have been in this position. They were down 9 last night to Tatum and made the comeback, and here they find themselves down 7, and they'll inbound, and Jack Kinder will set the offense.
Well, all it takes is Kinder to get hot.
Oh, great set coming out of the break. Cooper Wright.
There we go. Straight to the goal. Pulled a foul.
Yeah. They call that taco. That one's called taco. Cooper Wright gets the drive.
Well, that taco had some hot sauce on it as we're going to the free throw line.
Absolutely. And that was on the foul. Evan Lott caught unaware, and Cooper Wright gets the N1 ideal start for the Mustangs.
Got to finish the free throws. That's big, and Coach Jenkins, I promise you, he's gonna stress that.
Yeah, it's about shot making. We've said it. Here comes Lipan back. Lott tries to drive, pulls it back, reverses to Harrison, to Court Gaylor on the right. Points are at a premium. We didn't even tell you who the scorers were at halftime because really nobody's got more than 4. Foul on Jack Kinder. Got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, as they say.
I'm sure you can probably hear Coach Jenkins telling him, keep working. Don't have to reach for it. Just keep working.
He had ball pressure and was in a great spot. Just reached in there, and they got caught stealing chocolate chips.
Be careful, because Gaylor, he'll fire it from out there, way out there.
Great post play right there. Steed gets the pin, and it's Darius Steed who leads the Indians in scoring with 7 as Ryder Marsh was in a front position and no help was there to be found. 22-15. Early on third quarter, Travis Baber to the front of the rim. Gets fouled on the way. And that's Cornelius picking up the foul. That's his second. Oh, excuse me, his third.
That's big because he's a three-point shooter.
He's made 2 of them. And but what do? They sub in Billy Smith, who made the other one.
Yep, the freshman.
The freshman, Billy Smith. Inbound lob to Cooper Wright. He catches, misses. Ryder Marsh there. Marsh strong off the glass, no good.
Too many shots underneath the basket they're not making.
Yeah. Good inbound play, just a simple lob, and we couldn't get the finish. Martinsville couldn't get the finish there. There's one for me. Put that in the jar. Put that in the jar. Here's Lipan. Top of the key, high ball screen. Court Gaylor down the lane line. Circles around and throws it away. Billy Smith zig. Court Gaylor thought he was going to zag.
And that's come from inexperience. The
official play-by-play announcer Homer count now stands at 1. I'm pretty sure it probably is about 41, but we haven't been penalized for all of them today. But here comes the Mustangs down 7 still. The game's been stuck here for a little while. 6:27 to go third quarter. Jack Kinder in the post, turn around, fade away, no good. Oh, he got it. It looked strong, but he got the fade away. That's a nice little set where the Mustangs will post.
He actually got the shooter's touch on that one.
Well, that's the first one to go in for Jack. Let's see if that doesn't spark something for him.
And if it does, Lipan could be in trouble.
Mustangs get lost on the up screen. Gaylor misses another 3. That's a rare sight. And Jack Kinder clears the rebound. Here comes Kinder. Little poke from behind. Court Gaylor knocks it out of bounds, slows down the break. 5-point game. Martinsville kind of doing what they did last night with Tatum, kind of clawing 1 point at a time. Ryder Marsh off the inbound comes to the corner. Double staggered screen for Kinder, and Court Gaylor was wise to it and played it. Pass and cut offense, the call for Coach Jenkins with a dribble attack from Cooper Wright. He gets to the lane. They're going to get a hand check. Evan Lott. Game is physical. It's probably a hard game to call because you don't know when to call a hand check or when to let it go.
Yeah, because you can call a hand check every time they touch the ball.
Every time, both teams. Both teams.
I do like the fact is we may be seeing the 2 best point guards in 2A going to each other.
Absolutely. And maybe 2 of the best players in 2A. And they're matched up. Court Gaylor's drawn that assignment. He don't mind it.
And one's a senior, one's a sophomore.
Jack Kinder fell and had to throw it up before he traveled as he caught up with a bad pass, but there's Ryder Marsh picking up the foul.
And that's another frustration foul. He couldn't get the rebound, frustration.
2 on Ryder Marsh, 5-point game. Mustangs back in climb and claw mode as they were last night. Lipan, one of the best in Texas at playing from ahead.
It's very, very uncharacteristic 17 points for Martin's Mill. And,
no doubt.
And we're at 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Pretty uncharacteristic 22 for Lipan.
Exactly.
These two teams have the lock to each other's door. Good job, Jack Kinder. He pries away a loose ball rebound. Bodies fly everywhere. Travis Baber off the right side, gets the layup, can't get it to fall. Ryder Marsh keeps it alive. Baber attacks, kicks it back to Kinder. 3-point shot, bullseye.
That's what you said it a while ago, the little floater in the lane.
He's
and the
not,
three-pointer coming out.
He's not going to keep missing.
No.
And the Mustangs have clawed their way back to 2, and it gets a timeout by Coach Brent Gaylor. We'll take it with him. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll be back on Antler Sports.
Get holiday ready sales event with the Ford crew.
Maverick, Ranger.
Another truckload of trucks?
Big event needs big selection. Right, like the Ford F-Series. Best-selling trucks for 47 years. Gas, hybrid, electric, and big selection means great deals. Exactly, which means it's the best time to buy. Well said, Sam.
Get 1.9% APR for 60 months plus no payments for up to 90 days and $1,000 bonus cash on a new F-150.
All right, after the timeout, Coach Gaylor saw something he didn't like that he wanted to change and adjust. Coach Jenkins and Mustangs have clawed back to within 2. As a Mustang administrator, I hope we're not going to be the cardiac kids the whole year and come from behind. But as you said, Jack Kinder got 1 down, so look out. It might open up for him. Yep. Box set from Lipan, getting the post up for Steed. And there's Jack Kinder from behind, gets it poked away. And boy, I said it in the first half, and Coach Jenkins just echoed what I said. We lose another 50-50 ball. There's a second homer call. We again, so that's 2. Court Gaylor free throw line extended, misses.
Again, that backside rebound because they're collapsing in and nobody's taking care of Steed on the backside.
Darius Steed has 9 points. 7 of them are on putbacks and rebounds. Sawyer Moore gets to the lane, finishes. Nice.
See, they didn't do that in the first half. He couldn't finish in the first half.
So we talked about it at halftime. Moore and Kinder combined for 0 in the first half. They've got 7 already in the third quarter.
Yeah, they've got 7. It was 20 to 13 at halftime. 24-22, 3:35 left in the third.
And it's not lost on me, Matt, that we're having a little trouble. Golly, there's 3. Martins Mill's having a little trouble on the glass right now, but there's 6'4" rebound machine sitting down here with a boot on his ankle.
Yes, that hurts a lot. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Marsh. Marsh is doing a great job.
Yep. There was a foul on Travis Baber there. That was his second. Rough, tough shot by Harrison, cleared by Cooper Wright. Wow, Court Gaylor, what a heady play. He knew that the transition 3 was coming in the corner, and he jumped out there and got the deflection, slowed it down.
Well, that just comes with experience. He knew, he like you said, he knew the play was coming. He had eyes in the back of his head.
I sat with my son and watched him play the other night, and my son made a comment that he's always talking on the defensive end. He's a floor leader, coach on the floor, which you would expect with that last name.
Well, his sister was the same way for the girls.
No question. Kinder left slot has Harrison squared up, gets to the free throw line, backs him down, goes to the block, turn, finds Marsh on the backside. Marsh
he's got to be able to finish that because then you get Steed out of position.
Yeah, great play.
You've got to make a layup.
Great play by Kinder. Marsh just didn't finish it. Marsh so important to everything the Mustangs do on the defensive side for sure, and on offense the last 10 games or so, he's really turned it up on the offensive end.
And something that we haven't talked about yet, and that's Baber. He's not having an assist yet.
Right.
And he's averaging almost 5 a game. He's not having an assist yet.
Well, here we go with the same action for Lipan that they scored on earlier. Court Gaylor, top of the key 3, no good. Jack Kinder very quietly with a handful of rebounds in this quarter.
Gaylor's 0 for 3 now from behind the arc. That's something you don't see either.
It's for the fans' eye, this might not be very fun, but just knowing the X's and O's and the things that go into this matchup that these two teams put together to prepare, it's really good to watch.
But this is what you would expect from two heavyweights, and that's what we have.
Absolutely. They know each other so well, and you're really seeing a byproduct there of not having that other score if you're Martins Mill and you're having to do everything on the defensive end, which they're doing a fantastic job. Both teams are. 24-22, 2:02 to go third quarter. A snoozer if you like high-flying offense. If you're old school and want people off your lawn, this is the one for you.
This is a, hate to say it, rest his soul, that this is a Roger Goode special right here from Brownsboro. It's slow, methodical, defensive
There's just
basketball.
nowhere to go. Travis Baber with a nice take. Just can't get the roll. Can't get the roll. Tough bounce for Travis. It was a good move. Couldn't get it down.
Court Gaylor came from behind, tried to swap it out of his head.
Boy, both teams just locking down on the defensive end. It's you said it earlier. It's possible and if not even probable preview of the state championship. And I think all 10 kids know it.
Oh, absolutely. Another offensive rebound, and Coach Jenkson's not happy about that.
Almost another one. Cooper Wright clears it. And here comes Martins Mill the other way.
2-point basket. Cooper Wright.
Coast to coast for Cooper
There
Wright.
you go. I don't know where it's at. Did you find it, Scott? Look. 40 seconds left to go here in the third, and it looks like we're tied at 24.
New game, and we're going, boy.
It looks like Lipan's going to sit there and play for the last second.
Well, look at how tired these kids are. The effort that both these teams are expending on the defensive end. I don't think anybody's upset about taking a little 10-second breather there. 24-24. It's a soccer match here at the SEC.
Well, as thing is they look so tired, you would think it was 98-94. Right. But it's 24-24, but the boys are just spent.
Well, they're sitting down in their seat and they're playing defense. Flare screen for Harrison, air ball, not there. Kinder goes the other way. He's got time.
He's quick.
He got fouled.
And he got fouled. He hit the shot.
He got fouled at the buzzer, and he hit it from behind. Jack Kinder. He wakes him up with a three-pointer to end the third quarter and a chance at a 4-point play.
4-point play. We showed the replay.
The Mustang senior.
Ladies and gentlemen, a rare sighting of the 4-point play.
Kinder will go to the line.
Wow.
He'll shoot one more before we go to the end of the quarter break, and all of a sudden, the defensive end for Martins Mill is turned into points the other way, and now they will go to the fourth quarter with a lead. How much will be determined by this free throw, which Jack Kinder shoots about 111% from the free throw line.
Well, like I said before he took off, he's got time. He's got time, and he's so fast.
Kinder
and he had that scoreboard, he had the clock above the backboard in his view the whole way, and he knew exactly what he had. And with that, the Mustangs make a run, and they go up 28-24 after 3 on Antler Sports. It's third place basketball at Tenna Hall.
Not break a sweat when I take the stairs.
I will not break a sweat when I take the stairs.
I will dunk on the hoop over my garage.
I will dunk on the hoop over my garage.
I will insist it's regulation height even though it's definitely not.
I will insist it's regulation height even though it's definitely not.
I will be able to open the jar of pickles.
I don't like pickles.
What about kosher dill?
No.
Half sour?
Ooh.
Full sour?
No.
You like cucumbers?
Oh, yeah.
That's a pre-pickle. Let's go. Oh, excellent. One more.
Well, how quickly it turns, Matt, from the third quarter that was almost dead in the water both ways, and all of a sudden, as you see Martins Mill getting ready for the fourth quarter, you called it at the closing seconds. Jack Kinder made it turn around.
Well, that's the thing is that he had time, and he's so fast with the ball, and he has such control. And I mean, how are you going to let him get behind you? I mean, that's like C.D. Lamb get behind you on defense. How are you going to let Jack Kinder get behind you with 2.2 seconds left?
It's a quarter where Lipan's shooting went cold. Martins Mill's on the ball defense turned up, and Jack Kinder came to play, scored 9 in the quarter.
Yep. Well, you talked about it. He did it yesterday. Stepped up in the fourth quarter, scored 16. Now we're going now.
Lipan tried to get a backdoor cut to Harrison, almost there, but they couldn't pull the trigger. Now Gaylor will go to work. Gaylor having a tough day by his standards.
They got him from behind because the ball was definitely blocked by Marsh. It had to come from behind.
I think they're going to catch Sawyer Moore with a hand on the hip underneath as Ryder Marsh got the blocked shot coming across.
Coach Jenkins is asking the referee why he doesn't like him. He didn't invite him to Christmas dinner or even Thanksgiving dinner.
I don't know why I'm in this.
I mean, it's the holiday spirit. He needs to at least invite him to a cup of coffee.
Well, as a fan and a potential homer call, that was a bailout by definition. And I've marked the homer call on the sheet. Apologies to the sponsors. But you can't put the Martinsville superintendent on the mic and not expect a little of that. Back come the Mustangs now, up 2 after Gaylor hits both free throws. Gaylor now has 4 points.
You know, this may turn into, and I hate to say it, it could turn into the Jack Kinder and Gaylor show in the fourth quarter.
Could.
Which, honestly, if you're a fan, that's what you want to see. The two best players in 2A.
Absolutely.
Why not?
Now clear out action for Kinder. Good job on the slip by Cooper Wright. Wow, great play. Jack Kinder has stepped up and elevated.
Yes.
And he hits Cooper Wright with a great assist on the slip, pick and slip.
Well, and that's Martin Mills at the offense.
Yeah, they went to ball screen action that we talked about in the first half. They weren't running. Good physical play on both ends so far. Sawyer Moore comes over a screen. Ryder Marsh out to close. Missed shot by Court Gaylor. How about this one? Headman pass to Ryder Marsh.
That's 2 or 3 he's had at the goal, and he's not finished.
Tough day for Ryder getting the finishes.
Tough day on the offense, but a pretty good day on defense and defensive boards.
No question. Here comes Ryder again. Ooh, good play by Jack Milligan. Gets a deflection. A lot of help side defense. Sawyer Moore tries to attack. A reach from behind. And Court Gaylor picks up a foul. I believe that'll be his second. 30-26 are scored. Last year's final score was 37-35 here. This one with 6:22 to go looks a lot like it.
30-26, 6:20 to go in the game. Martinsville may try to start slowing it down.
I think you need some buckets. They lost Kinder for a moment. Kinder stepped back 3, no good. He had space. He had space, just kind of tight with the trigger. Now Gaylor squares up. He looks for a little blur action up top. Loses control, but regains it. Hangs it on his hip. Could have been something. And they're going to catch Cooper Wright.
Oh, no. Big man went down, grabbed his ankle.
Old Ryder's pretty tough. Not sure his daddy will allow him to be hurt.
He said he reminds me of my dad when he was here. Are you bleeding? No. Is your bone sticking out? No, you'll play.
Okay. He's not going to be allowed to be out much.
Next up, find your matchup. Great job, man. Great job.
All right, now Coach Jenkins with a substitution. Now, you mentioned that slowing it down. Now he's got the 3-point guards on the floor together.
Yep.
Gaylor off the screen action, gets a 3 on the step back. He buries it.
If he gets hot.
Yeah, you knew it wasn't going to last long, just like Jack Kinder. Same way. So now Gaylor heating up 5 in the quarter already, 7 on the game. Kinder with 9 in the third and 9 on the game. All the way to the front of the rim, Travis Baber finishes and gets a bucket. It just parted and opened up for him, and they keep a 3-point lead. Staying in contact. It's what you would expect from a third-place game. Standing room crowd here at the SEC as it's full, and probably a lot of them don't know how good a game they're really watching. Here goes Gaylor.
Luckily, he caught it on the floor, but if it was NBA continuation, that was a great shot. Circus shot. So got the replay coming to the 3-point. And like I said, he just stepped back, little ball fake.
Fouls on Sawyer Moore. That's 4 for him. He came up a little gimp. He kind of rolled over his ankle. 5 minutes to go. It's a 3-point game, and
Marsh is hurting. I'm watching Marsh. He's limping pretty bad.
And Court Gaylor is in takeover mode, going and attacking on everything and drawing contact every time he goes.
Court Gaylor goes to the.
Well, he's definitely, like you said, Scott, he's definitely taking the game over. And he said, I'm just going to do it myself.
Yeah, now Ryder Marsh has got 3. So a little bit of foul trouble. And we just have the privilege of being right next to Coach Jenkins, and he's just imploring that, hey, it's a bailout. The kid's shooting a non-shot and doesn't really draw contact, and he gets bailed out and sits at the free throw line.
Right. But if you notice, remember the first game with Lipan and Martinsville, his sister was doing the same thing.
Yeah, there was a little of that there, just going and drawing it, and Gaylor makes both of them. So Port Gaylor has 7 in a row, 32-31.
You know, you can't blame him for doing it. If the referee's going to call it,
yep,
keep doing it.
So I know the call here. He's going to spread the floor out. And I like it because of what Baber can do on the attack. That's a tick mark for the announcer. I'm having trouble in this one.
He's got a lot of invested in this one, which I don't blame him.
Full disclosure, I coached this group in Summer League when they were freshmen. So,
well, that was just last year. They're all sophomores.
Yeah, right. So you know the kids so well, but there's a tip away, a back tip from Court Gaylor.
You know, he's done that 3 or 4 times now, Scott. He's gotten beat, but he's so fast with his hands, he's able to tip it away.
Well, the foul count is tilted the other way as well.
Coach Jenkins is I'm not sure what this referee's in front of his name is, but he is. They're not talking about New Year's plans. I can promise you that.
They've known each other for a long time. I can just say that. So Mustangs are in not a stall, but a spread, which why not? You're up by 1.
But you have to think, is it too early for that?
Well, I can tell you that this isn't spread to stall. This is spread to attack. And maybe draw that foul, which will be the second by my count on Harrison.
And it's the second team foul.
Yeah. And this game is going to waste away pretty quick. It's 32-31, 3:58 to go. Mustangs lead. It's been, if this was a boxing match, it would be like, what, 6 knockdowns each?
Yeah, standing 8 counts.
Yeah, probably need to stop the fight kind of deal before somebody really gets hurt.
Well, under 4 minutes to go, 32-31 Martinsville. Matchup of the top 2 teams in the state. And now you got probably the 2 best point guards in the state going on 1.
And there goes Baber. And it's probably a good foul by Harrison because Baber was about to turn the corner and he was going to get right down Main Street. That'll be a foul on Harrison. So now all of a sudden by going to the spread, the Mustangs, not only have they put the crowd to sleep, yes, they've run a minute off the clock and they've got the foul count evened out just about.
And the thing about it, they wanted the fans from Lipan wanted the backcourt, but it wasn't. You could do that all day.
Yeah.
Oh, anticipation right there by Harrison. He's seen that play coming. It's like he's seen it before, Coach.
And a timeout will be called after the tough turnover. And it'll be timeout Lipan in a 1-point game, 3:28 to go. We're going down the wire for 3rd place at Tenaha Holiday Hoops on Antler Sports.
If you're an Anytime Fitness member, you now get free access to Apple Fitness Plus. That means you get more. More sets, more reps. More warm-ups, more cool-downs. More Sam.
More movement.
More Jessica.
More balancing.
More Bakari.
More rolling. More rolling. More rolling.
They're not going to stop. With the thousands of workouts on Apple Fitness Plus, they're going to keep going for as much time as we.
Join Anytime Fitness and get access to Apple Fitness Plus on us.
All the Special Events Center, 4th quarter action, 3:28 to go. It's a 1-point game. Martinsville leads, and Coach Brent Gaylor trying to draw something up to flip the script and give Lipan the lead back once again. And they're going to go side inbound.
It looked like one of the Tenaha trainers brought the bag of ice over, but Marsh just waited off and got back on the court.
Yeah. What did Coach Gaylor draw up? Attack for Court Gaylor. Skip to the weak side corner. Cornelius turns it down, and Lott gets caught with a travel. Ball fake, got caught shuffling the steps.
Yeah, you know, if he's playing NBA, he can do that all day, but he can't do it in high school.
Inbound right here, 3:15 to go. Baber will bring it in the front court. Baber on the attack, kicks it back out to Jack Kinder. Kinder getting hand checked. And now the Mustangs are into that spread almost delay. Looking to attack off of it.
Just quick feet by Gaylor, but also by Kinder too.
Right.
I mean, that's what I said. You got the. If you're watching it on YouTube right now, you look at it, probably the best two guards, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again, the best two guards in Texas.
And they're squared off with each other right now at the timeline. Jack needs to be careful with that timeline as he gets a reach in on Gaylor. It's nerve-wracking if you have the 1-point lead, because now with 2:37 to go, next foul by either team will send them to the free throw line as both teams now are at the limit.
Well, that's almost an advantage for Martins Mill at this point.
At this point, you would hope. And Jack Milligan got caught, picked up his dribble out high, and Coach Jenkins had to call timeout. 2:32 to go. Nothing's changed. It's 32-31 Martins Mill. We'll be back on Antler Sports. The chess match is on. We'll go ahead and say it, Matt. This is the first of two matchups this year between Lipan and Martinsville.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And now Coach Jenkins gets the marker in his hand. And this is where, if let me put my coaching hat on. This is where Lipan's expecting the spread delay. They're trying to draw up a way to steal a steal. This is where I try to draw up a bucket.
Absolutely.
I try to draw something up to get a back door or a back pick for a bucket and an easy layup.
Or go back to your bread and butter. Your bread and butter is dribble drive. Go back to your bread and butter. They've only shot 3 threes all the whole game, and they've made 2 of them.
Well, this quarter is 7-4 Lipan. Court Gaylor was 7. The Mustangs have really only shot twice.
So it's you know, Lipan has scored 7, but you could say Gaylor scored. That's what we talked about, the dribble drive. Unfortunately, couldn't get it to fall.
Kinder got all the way to the rim and banked it off hard. And then what happened there is he had a chance for the rebound, and Ryder Marsh knocked it away from him. So here comes Lipan now with a chance to take the lead. And if this wasn't an instant replay of last year's game, I'm crazy. Because this is almost exactly how last year's 5th place game went between these two teams.
Kinder got caught with his hand in the cookie jar there. You could hear the slap. He was saying it was all ball, but I'm not sure it was.
And that'll be the 5th team foul. And second on Jack Kinder. And that'll send Court Gaylor to the free throw line for his 5th and 6th attempt. And now Lipan has a chance to take the lead.
And the way Gaylor shoots the free throws?
Well, we were just talking about the advantage of Martins Mill having the chance to go to the line. Now Gaylor gets there after the missed shot.
You know, if you're going to foul, you don't foul the best pure shooter on the team.
Yeah, it just wasn't a moment to go for the steal. Lead change again. Gaylor knocks them both down. 6 for 6 in the 4th quarter at the free throw line for Court Gaylor.
So Lipan scored 9, or should I say Gaylor has scored 9 in this quarter.
Yes, absolutely. Now we're back into a conventional offense for Martins Mill. Cooper Wright drives, fakes, gets up, can't get the finish. Battle for the rebound. Milligan can't pull it down, and Lipan clears it with the lead now.
And like you said earlier, they are one of the best teams in the state playing with the lead.
And now you're in a pickle if you're Martins Mill. And another 50-50 rebound opportunity that goes the other way. Instant replay of last year's 5th place game is going down right now as we speak. Court Gaylor drives baseline, throws up a bad shot. Ryder Marsh tips it to Travis Baber.
He caught it on Gaylor, so that means that now Baber's going to the line. Yeah, Travis Baber will be going to the line.
Yeah.
He called it on Gaylor.
Well, Lipan fans don't like it, but Court did obstruct his
He
path.
did. Yeah, oh yeah, that's a foul all day. And that's 4. That's 4 now on by far Lipan's best player.
Yeah, 4 on Gaylor, 4 on Moore, but Moore's been sitting with an ankle over here on the Martins Mill bench. Now Travis Baber at the line to try to tie it or take the lead.
First one's good. 1:23 left, and we're tied. We're starting all over again.
One thing about Travis, I've watched his whole career, he's not a great free throw shooter until the game's on the line in the fourth quarter. He's pretty cold-blooded.
It's like he's got ice in his veins.
A little bit.
You know.
A little cold-blooded lead there. Lead change again. It's a 1-point lead for the Mustangs, 34-33. We're down to a minute and 15 to go.
You know, this is the first time the whole game that Martins Mill has decided to go almost like a full court pressure.
Yeah. A little total pressure, and Baber now has drawn Court Gaylor's assignment.
Gaylor was lobbying for a foul.
And Martins Mill lobbying for a flop. Help side comes across, gets there. Cooper Wright has to recover. Good defense right here by Martins Mill. Gaylor gets to the lane line, passes.
Oh, he's going to call a foul.
Foul on the pass.
If that means Gaylor's going back to the line of scrimmage. He's going back to the free throw line.
Fouls on Ryder Marsh. That's his 4th. Man.
What did you say the score was last year in the championship?
37-35.
So now we're at 34-33, 52 seconds left.
Yeah.
It's almost like deja vu, Scott.
It is deja vu all over again, and like you said, Court Gaylor living at the free throw line. That's his 7th attempt.
Don't foul the best player on the court.
He's 7 for 8 now.
Oh,
7 for 8. He missed one, so we're tied.
We're tied at 34. Now they can see their play for the last second shot.
False is the call. It'll be a spread to go for one and attack. Could be overtime. Could be a game winner.
And you see who has the ball.
Kinder.
There's the foul.
They're going to draw a foul.
That's going to put Baber on the line. And that's 4. That is 4 now on Harrison.
I think if you're Lipan, that's not awful because you're going to get possession.
It's true.
And if you've got the scout report, you're going to see that Travis has not been one of our better free throw shooters throughout the year.
But like you said, he's got ice in his veins in the fourth quarter.
This is the first.
Mark that one up for me.
That's the announcer's jinx in effect, and there's going to be a timeout by Brent Gaylor. We've got a full house at the SEC as championship time is approaching. Standing room only, and we're in the third place game on Antler Sports.
Get holiday ready sales event with the Ford crew.
Maverick, Ranger.
Another truckload of trucks?
Big event needs big selection. Right, like the Ford F-Series. Best-selling trucks for 47 years. Gas, hybrid, electric, and big selection means great deals. Exactly, which means it's the best time to buy. Well said, Sam.
Get 1.9% APR for 60 months plus no payments for up to 90 days and $1,000 bonus cash on a new F-150.
Well, bite your fingernails off here at the SEC. It's that time of the night. Third place game, number 1 ranked Martins Mill, number 2 ranked Lipan, 34-34. And we're under a minute to go.
You know, Scott, I hate to say it, but the championship game has got a lot to live up to.
Yeah.
I mean, without a doubt,
just from a competitive standpoint, between the mutual knowledge and respect these two programs have for each other, it's off the charts. And it's just never going to be anything different than this when they play. 37.4 to go.
And what I like there is that the entire time that they was gone to break, Coach Jenkins had his assistant coaches and they were talking.
Yeah, absolutely. It was probably about the defensive strategy, up one, defensive strategy in a tie. And now Travis Baber has a chance to give the Mustangs the lead with 37 seconds. Short rim, no good. Ryder Marsh,
who's pushed from behind, and he got the call.
Ryder Marsh gets the call, and here's the deal.
Slow-mo replay coming up.
You can see the replay, and here's the deal. From my seat, it's the right call, but it may not have been the right official to call it.
It was definitely not the right official, but it was the right call.
Which happened last night, by the way, to Martins.
And you know, before Graydon dropping the rebound, going back up.
Cooper Wright with the putback. We've talked all game about missing 50-50 plays, and right there, Cooper Wright gets a big one for Martins Mill. They lead by 3. Under 30 seconds to go. Harrison dribbles right side, looking for Gaylor off multiple screens.
Well,
He's
you
trying to
notice,
get free.
and Martinsville is the foul on the three-point shot, and they put Gaylor on the line.
14 seconds to go. And Court Gaylor will go to the line for three and a chance to tie it up.
And I don't know if our mic picked it up, but Coach Jenkins said, "Yeah, you fouled him. You just fouled at the wrong time."
That one was it.
It was a true foul.
That one was a foul.
They picked him up.
Gaylor's first one's good. 2-point game. 37-35. We've seen this score before.
Did we not say this earlier?
We've called this one. Coach Jenkins said not just one guy fouled him, all three of them did.
Well,
so Gaylor's cut it to one. 14 seconds left. 37-36. Gaylor for the tie. He missed it. And Travis Bader clears it. Jack Kinder's got it. They've got to foul Kinder now.
They're not going to foul. Oh, no. There
Jack Milligan missed it, then got the putback, and might have been a mistake. The Mustangs catch a break and lead by 3.
We're gonna keep it right here. Well, here's the thing, Scott. Now it's 39-36, 2.57 left. We know what happened right before the half.
Yeah.
With when Kinder came down, we know who's going to take the shot.
Absolutely.
We know it's going to be Gaylor.
And they're changing the clock to 2.9 it looks like.
Well,
3.0, which is plenty of time for a couple of dribbles and a look.
Absolutely.
Talk strategy here, Matt.
You got 3 minutes, Coach.
Yeah.
3 seconds. 3 seconds. 3 seconds
here. For me, and my preference in this case is ball pressure at three-quarter court, some sort of zone type trap that doesn't give up long ball.
I'm running a half-court trap.
And you don't want to get screened. Yeah.
Exactly. You have a 3 set here. You have your 2 big men down low.
Now, I might deny Court Gaylor the ball.
You're for sure. You have to double team him.
Yeah. What a game, Matt. We've had a chance to call 2 classics between 2 great programs. And, man, I'm just telling you, I know both programs, and I know our program in Martinsville. We have plans on being in San Antonio in March, and I know that Lipan does as well.
Well, we need to start lobbying now with UIL to get me and you to call those games, and me and you and Jared, all 3 of us to call them down there.
I can tell you, I had the opportunity to be the color guy on the radio for the Lady Mustangs Championship last year, and that was about as fun. We won at the buzzer, and that was fun. So
here we go.
Awesome. Here we go. So you got Billy Smith down there by himself on the far end for Lipan. Double team on Gaylor.
I knew that was coming up with that. We talked about that.
They throw it to Steve. He catches. Long shot. Lot. It's late. It's short. And Martins Mill is going to get the win. Woo! Take a breath as Martins Mill, resilient, gets the win 39-36 and wins 3rd place here at Holiday Hoops in Tenaha. The double dip for the Mustangs as the girls and the boys both go 3-1 and defeat Lipan, their statewide rival, in the 3rd place game.
Well, the thing about it is that both Martinsville boys and girls, the girls lost yesterday, the boys lost yesterday. They came back today and they proved why they're the #1 team in the state.
Yeah, a lot of resilience really from both programs, and now we're talking about the boys here. A lot of resilience. This has been going on almost 2.5, 3 weeks without Archer Snyder, who was averaging 22 points a game before his injury. And he's a 6'4" rebound kid, a great cog to the wheel here. And this group of kids has really stepped up to get it done.
I know Sawyer's lifting a little bit. Let's hope he's gonna be fine later on, going down the line. And once they get their big man back, Martinsville is gonna be right there.
I hate to put it like it's gonna sound. It's a great time to go into district play if you're the Mustangs right now. But our final score, 39-36. Martinsville gets away with the victory in this championship time here at the SEC, the 15th annual. I'd like to thank Jared Jones and Antler Sports for giving me the opportunity. It's been great. It's been a homecoming for me. I love this venue. I love this event. Been a part of it for 15 years, and as long as we're back, I'll be back. But guys, we appreciate it. Thank you for listening on Antler Sports. It's Martins Mill 39, Lipan 36.